What's going on, my Turner Club? Today we're going to check out the top Shadow Pokemon to TM away frustration in Pokemon Go. So with all that said, let's jump right in. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you guys TMing away frustration on all of your Shadow Pokemon? Because just remember, as I did talk about it in yesterday's video, which I will put in the top up here in a little bit, we do have the Rocket Takeover event. There are tons of Rocket Stops out there, so if you are in need of doing Rocket Stops, if you are on the way to level 50 and you need to defeat 50 Rocket leaders, now is the time to do so. Or if you're close, make that big push and get there, because guys, it is an incredible time to be able to get this, because almost like every other stop is a Rocket Stop right now. So with that said, I want to just go over, I did go over it in that video as well, but I want to make a separate video just for this specific topic so you guys can have the resource right at your hand. We're going to go over my top Pokemon to be able to TM away frustration on in Pokemon Go, because I want to make sure you guys are doing everything in your best of your abilities to make sure you are maxing out. And if you are slightly limited on TMs, I want to make sure that you are using the TMs for the right Pokemon instead of just doing it for Pokemon that may not really be worth it. So with all that said, let's start off with the meta raid attackers, because there are basically different tiers of meta raid attackers, as you guys have probably seen if you have seen my videos. If you have not, we're going to break it down real quick. We have Megas are going to be the strongest, the second strongest are going to be Shadow, and the third strongest are going to be regular Pokemon. So obviously Shadows being the second strongest and Megas being that you can only really get one of them to use. Basically, the Shadows are the strongest consistent Pokemon in Pokemon Go. So let's start breaking down the top meta raid attackers that you should definitely TM away frustration on. If we are looking at the top of the top, the cream of the crop, Shadow Pokemon, Shadow Mewtwo, Confusion and Psystrike, 10,859. And I'm not going to keep saying Shadow because everything here is basically a Shadow Pokemon. I have Regigigas that I did input as the Shadow form here. Zen Headbutt and Giga Impact is actually the second strongest Shadow in the game, even though it's not in the game. If it does happen to come out, we will check out more Shadow Pokemon in the future. If you guys do want to check out the Regi Trio and Regigigas in the Shadow form, please check it out in the top right corner here. We have Shadow Metagross, which is the second strongest, 6,462. So whenever Shadow Metagross does make its way back into the game in the Shadow Beldum form, please go gung-ho on this Pokemon to make sure that you try to get as close to 100% IV as possible, because this Pokemon is a winner. And then in the next spot, we have Shadow Salamence, Dragon Tail, Outrage at 5,898. So look at that right now. We have Arlo with Bagon right now, which is the third strongest Pokemon in the game externally of Megas, which the Megas are definitely stronger in a lot of regards than these Pokemon, but like I said, you can only have one out at a time, so you can't really bank on Megas being the strongest. It's a Mega Boost in one round, and then it's out as a meta raid attacker. So Arlo is a top attacker that you should be getting after right now. Then we have Shadow Dragonite, Dragon Tail Outrage, 5,218, and that is out right now. Then we have Shadow Moltres, Fire Spin Sky Attack, 4,933, Shadow Mamoswine, Mud Slap Avalanche, 4,125, Shadow Ho-Oh, Incinerate and Brave Bird, 4,095, Shadow Raikou, Thundershock Wild Charge, 3,908. And then we have Shadow Honchkrow, actually, Snarl and Sky Attack, 3,902, Shadow Entei, Fire Fang, Overheat at 3,789, Shadow Lugia, Extra Sensory and Aeroblast at 3,726, inputted Shadow Heatran, which we did check out in a different video, Shadow Zapdos in there, Thundershock and Drill Peck, 3,611, and then we have Shadow Alakazam, Confusion and Psychic at 3,420, Shadow Electivire, Thundershock Wild Charge, 3,406, Shadow Swampert, Shadow Machamp, Shadow Weavile. If we keep going to the third page, we can check out the Shadow Magnezone, which is pretty good. Shadow Charizard, pretty good, but the Reshiram is going to beat that out. Shadow Tyranitar with Bite and Stone Edge at 2,864, one of the top rock attackers. Then we have Shadow Executor, Shadow Staraptor, Shadow Hariyama, Shadow Gallade, Shadow Gardevoir, and Shadow Tangrowth. And if you do want to go to the next page, we can check out something like a Shadow Gyarados, which is pretty powerful, Shadow Torterra, Shadow Venusaur, and Shadow Magmortar doesn't quite stack up, and from here on down, it's not really relevant. So if you are looking at meta raid attackers as far as the Shadow Pokemon goes, if you look at those first three pages, they are definitely going to be worth your time to TM away frustration. And just remember, staying towards the top, and if you're looking for the categorically most powerful, Shadow Mewtwo is an easy example. I would say if you have any Shadow Legendaries, it's a great way to get those moves away and then always have them, even though something such as Articuno isn't really quite worth it. Shadow Suicune, not really quite worth it either, but it's always good to have those at least away So if at some point a move does come out and you can Elite Charge TM into a Legacy move on those Pokemon and the Shadow form happens to perform better, you are already ahead of your game. So TMing away frustration. And if you want a quick and easy way to search for your legendaries with frustration, is all you do is type in the search bar legendary and @ frustration, and that will pull all the moves of your frustration Pokemon. And also you can do it for regular Pokemon and just use the @frustration. It'll show you all the Pokemon that you do have. I would suggest you guys are after a ton of Rocket Pokemon right now that you can get. So if you do want to check out what all the Rocket Pokemon out right now are, you can start checking them out over here. Don't Bother I Already Won can be one of the new Johto starters. Go My Super Bug Pokemon can be basically Weedle or Venomoth. Wherever there is light, there is also shadow, could be Houndour or Poochyena. Battle Against My Flying Pokemon can get you a Murkrow, which goes into the Honchkrow, which we talked about. Let's Rock and Roll is one of my favorite tasks, can be boosted in either the sunny or the partly cloudy weather because it's Larvitar. Are You Scared of Psychics that use Unseen Power can be either Ralts, turns into Gardevoir and Gallade, or Abra, which Shadow Alakazam is relatively decent even though it competes against Mewtwo, and that's not really fair. Coilton Ready to Strike, not really so relevant here. You're gonna be frozen in our tracks is Mamoswine, potential from the Swine Up, and then it also is Spheal, one of the two it can be. And just remember, we're gonna check out here in a second for the PvP Pokemon that Walrein in the Shadow form is really effective. You'll be defeated into the ground, could be either a Hippopotas or a Sandshrew. The Ki could be either Misdreavus or Sableye in the Shadow form. This buff physique isn't just for show, was at one point a Shadow Machamp, but now it's just Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee. Not really so relevant anymore. Check out my cute Pokemon, could be a Snubbull, or it could be a Ralts, which is what you want to get after. Don't Tangle With Us, Meganium or Venusaur from their de-evolved forms. Do you know how hot Pokemon Fire Breath can get is either going to be a Cyndaquil or a Charmander. Normal does not mean weak, you can pretty much skip over. Get Ready to Be Shocked is an easy one to beat because it's electric and it's going to be weak to ground. Also can skip over, but unless you just need the pass. These Waters Are Treacherous can be either a Squirtle, a Totodile, or a Magikarp. Don't Bother I Have Already Won can be a Snorlax. And finally, like I talked about for Dratini, Roar How's That Sound can be the Shadow Dratini, which is definitely one you want to do. Okay, so that is all of the meta attackers right there. TM away the frustration. Now we have all of the rocket stops, which is going to lead us into the PvP Pokemon and which ones are going to be best to charge TM away frustration on. So when looking at the PvP Pokemon, I just want to remind you guys that even though maybe the regular outperforms the Shadow form, if it's in the top 50 to top 100, I still think it's worth to at least have the frustration TM'd away if you have extra ones. So we're going to start off with the Great League. Looking here, we have Walrein, which is going to be rank 6, Machamp rank 11, Swampert rank 14, Abomasnow rank 26, Skarmory rank 31, Politoed rank 36, Beedrill 37. Beedrill is actually going to be way more effective than the non-Shadow form. Nidoqueen Shadow 38, Meganium is going to be rank 45, but it is outranked in the Great League by the regular form Venusaur 52, Raikou 54, Sableye 57, Zapdos 65, Granbull 66, Golbat 71, Magnezone 72, Gardevoir 87, Flygon 88, Shadow Snorlax 89, and then Machoke at a 99. So there are quite a lot in the Great League, but let's move into the Ultra League because there's actually going to be more. For the Ultra League, we have rank 4 Walrein, rank 10 Meganium, and the Meganium Shadow is outranking the regular at a 10 to 13, so not that big of a difference, but really effective. And if you guys do want the PvP IVs, please go to pvpoke.com and check them out. Is all you do is go ahead and expand that Pokemon. You go ahead and click on Advanced Details, and you will be able to maximize out the setting. We have a rank 12 Swampert, rank 16 Abomasnow, rank 17 Venusaur, 41 Shiftry, 43 Politoed, Machamp rank 45, Lapras 49, Articuno 52. We have 54 rank for Blossom, 59 for Skarmory, Drapion 60, 61 Gyarados, 62 Snorlax, 66 Zapdos, 69 Nidoqueen, 77 Fortress, 80 Hariyama, 82 Blastoise, Gliscor at 85, 86 Flygon, Magnezone 90, Piloswine 91, Poliwrath 92, Lugia 94, Skuntank 98. And if we do want to talk about the Articuno, like I did say that the regular is better, 29 for the regular, 54 for the Shadow. So depending on what you're doing with these Pokemon, if you really want to just get some like harder hitting fast moves, Ice Shard on this Pokemon might do pretty well for it, but honestly speaking, probably best to stick with a little bit tankier of a Pokemon. And then we're gonna move into the Master League. So we have rank 5 for Lugia, rank 10 for Mewtwo, 12 for Ho-Oh, 14 for Mamoswine, 16 for Snorlax, 19 for Zapdos, 24 for Walrein, wow, 28 for Gyarados, 35 for Metagross, 38 for Dragonite, 39 49 for Raikou, 41 for Gardevoir, 44 for Magnezone, Articuno 46, and then 52 Swampert. And if you guys want to keep going down here, you can go ahead and pause it, but I'm just going to point one out that we have the Hippowdon rank 55. And the non-shadow is going to be ranked 63. So look at that, 100% IV on that Hippopotas. Shadow form is going to be great for your team. And then if we go to the Cat Master League Classic, we're looking at a 14 for the Snorlax, 15 for Lugia, 16 for Dragonite. So on this league, they're a little bit further up where they start because remember, Lugia started at 5, now we're at 14. Mewtwo ranked 19, Mamoswine 23, Ho-Oh 26, Gyarados 34, Walrein 37, Swampert 39, Raikou 41, Gardevoir 44, Metagross 45, Zapdos 46, Magnezone 50, and if you want to pause and see the rest, you can check it out over here. So for the Master League, obviously the close to 100% IV as possible is the best. As far as the other ones, if you do want to see all the IVs, there's a lot of Pokemon that I just did cover. Please make sure to check out PV Poke. Go ahead and click into that Pokemon. Go ahead and scroll down like I showed you. Go ahead and click into the advanced stats, and then go ahead and click level 50 and maximize, and you will be able to see it. If you want to see Buddy boosted level 51, you can also check that out. So those are all the Shadow Pokemon. I want to make sure you guys have this resource out there so you can maximize out on everything that we are able to get in Pokemon Go right now because of all of the rocket stops. Please get after it, have a lot of fun, number one, but most importantly, get a lot of really good Pokemon. And Shadow forms right now is the best time to hunt, especially because we have Arlo with that Bagon Shadow out, that is Salamence, that is really, really strong in Pokemon Go. So with all that said, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. To all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody who takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level, I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.